This isn't just the story of a boat. This is the story of an essential cog in the machine that is globalization. Take, for example, the energy trilemma. Now, that's defined as the need for balance between energy security, affordability, and sustainability. And nothing epitomizes that more than the global shipping industry. Take energy security. Shipping is the ultimate form of transport that is reliable, delivering energy from all four corners of the world to all four corners of the world. Take affordability. Today, shipping remains the cheapest form of transport available. You simply cannot put 2 million barrels of oil in the cargo hold of an airplane. And take sustainability. Yes, the industry still has a lot of progress to make, but I'm hopeful that the goals we set out for ourselves will be reached by 2050. It is thanks to tankers like James Fisher's Superiority and other forms of energy carriers that we're able to strive for that balance. Let's take a step back now and talk more about the bigger picture of the industry. Obviously, next year you have the EU ETS, which is starting, and there's this drive towards sustainability. What have you done in recent years to sort of make the operations more sustainable or make the vessel more sustainable? Is there anything that stands out?
Yeah, this vessel is she's a diesel electric engine. Our emission, basically everything started once they changed the rule of usage of low sulfur bunker, marine gas oil. Yeah.
Yeah. So back in 2020.
Yes, and everything started then. This vessel never ran like in a past on a heavy fuel, always been run on a diesel oil. What we can do, we sometimes do receive orders, for example, not to proceed with the full speed, let's say 10 knots, or eco speed, which is 8 knots, depending on the charterer. I know that because I'm the one who is responsible for all the reports, including the CO2 report, which I'm preparing after every full passage, which is ballast leg and the laden leg, and I know that it's for the calculation of the emission, CO2 emission, and that's it. We just follow the rules, and as all fleet.
We touched upon briefly on Sebastian and the cadet program. What would you say to the future generation of seafarers? Is there anything they can expect that'll be very different than
Choose wisely.
Than your experience?
Choose wisely. I met some cadets, the first trip cadets, which after the first trip they decided not to follow, and it's good. It's good that they are sent on the early beginning of their education to the vessel, because they have at least chance to confront expectations with the reality, and sometimes there is a difference. Yeah. It's like we spoke before, some of them choosing this kind of career because of the part of the family is as well Siemens, they're a seaman. Some, like Sebastian, he chose this as the only one, yeah, in the family, and he chose properly, and he's happy, we are happy as well, and I think in the future he's gonna be a good asset to the family, to the company as an engineer. Of course, if he wish to remain with the company.
What made you want to get on a tanker in the first place? Because it's quite out there.
Yeah, well, I haven't got any maritime background. My family, my mum has a business, and my dad works in a pipe industry, so really quite new to the family. At Christmas time, we went on a cruise ship and got chatting to some of the officers on there, and it turns out one of the officers on the cruise ship, he actually was at the same college as me, the Fleetwood Northern College, and I kind of got quite friendly with him, and he recommended it, because at the time I was 16, so as you can imagine, 16-year-old, not much really, wanting to do. I was think just finished high school, and so I was just wondering really what to do. So obviously that opportunity came, went to the open day in Fleetwood, and went from there really. You know, on the open day they kind of show you the classrooms, the simulator, the workshop facility. So that's like the generators in there, a main engine, pumps, purifiers, and you know that gives you the opportunity to kind of work on them, which was really good. So obviously that was kind of eye-catching to see all these simulators and stuff like that. Kind of as a 16-year-old, not wanting, you know.
That sounds much cooler than the careers fairs I
Yeah.
went to when I was
Yeah.
at uni or in high school.
So I felt quite lucky to kind of, you know, this opportunity to kind of, you know, get brought to me. So I think I was 16 then, started in September, and went from there. We stayed in halls. They recommended that you stay in the halls for the first 6 weeks, and that's so you can just kind of get used to the life at sea. So obviously I did the 6 weeks there. I kind of did feel a bit homesick, but that's normal. You know, I've got all my mates at home that are starting college and they're going out, and you know, quite hard to say to them, look, you know, I'm going to be away for 6 weeks now. At 16 as well, you're not really prepared for that.
I was going to say, especially at such a young age, I mean, I felt at 18 when my dad was like, all right, you guys need to leave the house. I went to uni in Manchester and then already felt a bit homesick there, but
Yeah.
2 years before, I don't know if I'd have made the jump then.
Well, a lot of people in my class, they were kind of, you know, 18, 19, and for them to kind of see a 16-year-old in the class was quite surprising. But you know, I enjoyed it, I stuck at it. Like I said, my mum came up for a weekend or so, and it was nice to speak to them and see them then. But yeah, I had to just get through it. It's what I wanted to do. Nothing's easy in life, I guess, so I guess the way to do it is to power through it. Because if I give up, you know, I was thinking to myself, what else would I do? You know, I don't want to do, you know, electrician course or bricklaying or plastering like my mates were doing. So I thought, yeah, stick at it. So
That's the thing with shipping, you either meet someone, you know, it goes back 10 generations,
yeah.
and then all the family knows about it, or you sort of stumble into it.
I kind of got brought into it, yeah, kind of just because I had that chat. It just goes to show, you know, having a chat with someone in the career, you know, kind of sold it to me in a way. I am happy with this career. Would I want to do it in 5 years' time? I don't know. But for now, at 18 years old, getting the experience I'm getting and the qualifications that come with, I feel like, you know, I'm really happy with it.
And you feel like you've opened a door that is going to be hard to close just being out at sea, or you see yourself being in an office one day, or?
Well, obviously, I feel like my personality, in fact, talk to a person, I kind of like interacting with people. So I was thinking about going down the sales kind of route.
Yeah.
Maybe selling some sort of boats or yachts or sailing boats or power, you know, these type of things, big ribs. Have me in an office somewhere just selling. You know, if I've got some, you know, experience in the.
You'll be miles ahead of the guy that's been selling carpets and wants to sell tankers tomorrow, you know, because you'll really understand what goes on in the engine room, what goes on the deck.
And so that's kind of the route I want to go down. You know, let's say you two come to me and you wanted to buy something, and you knew my background. You know, you'd be interested in what I did, and I'd be able to answer a lot more questions. You know, to know the product you're selling is very important, I feel.
Thank you so much for taking the time
You're welcome, sir.
and showing us your workplace.
Our business.
Well, it remains a people business, that's for sure.
Hmm?
It remains a people business, that's for
Oh
sure.
yeah. Now, if you're looking now, they all want to take people out from the job, being replaced by the machines.
Yeah.
Make everything automatic. But I think we still have to wait until that will happen. It's not that easy. And you know, every time would happen something which is not expected. There's supposed to be somebody physically to touch even the machines.
Yeah, you wonder how an autonomous vessel would deal with some of the
Yeah.
problems that you sometimes have with the tanks or the engine.
Yeah, I read about having project those kind of vessels, and of course they all end in having some troubles which request physical presence. But yeah, easy. We are taking out from the equation.
I think we'll both have time to retire before
Oh,
that
yeah.
becomes
I'm not thinking I will be removed by the machines. Not on my time, at least.
Here I am, just about to depart from the James Fisher Superiority. We can see our launch vessel just behind, and yeah, I haven't had time really to process. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, but it's also been a fascinating experience. So thank you again to James Fisher and the entire crew here for making it such an incredible experience. I'm going to try not to fall in the water on my way down from the pilot ladder and make my way back to London. Thank you. Hey guys, so this is it. This is the end. You can see behind me the Superiority that we just left about 2 minutes ago on the same vessel launch that is taking us back to Port Edgar Marina in Queen's Ferry. It's a bit hard to describe how it felt. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, but it's been an incredible experience, frankly. The crew were amazing. Thank you again to James Fisher for helping us organize this. It's a dream come true for me. And I can't wait to show you all the footage and the pictures and the interview with the crew. So stay tuned. Thank you.